Okay, let's go live. We are live. And we are live. Let me attach a picture. All right. So, yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to another stream. We are live here on GBFC. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. I'm currently just sat around. I've made a couple of other videos for you guys today. And I'm currently just waiting for a TV to arrive to the GBFC studio so that I can watch some football in here. So I thought, well, until the TV comes, we may as well just go live, chat about all of the latest updates regarding Caicedo, regarding Romeo Lavia. There is currently developments and movements from Real Madrid for Kepa Arrizabalaga. There's been a bit of a... Chelsea have been waiting, I guess, to kind of start some kind of bidding war between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. And it looks as though that actually might well be on the cards right now. So we're going to talk all of those things right here. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Of course, as always with a GBFC stream, the focus is on you lot. The focus is on the chat. It's about interacting with you guys, seeing what you have to say in the comments, giving my thoughts and opinions live. That's what a live stream is. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And of course, for those of you just joining, I really hope you like the GBFC sign that we now have behind my head. Because it got installed today. We've got this neon border across the top as well. And it goes all the way around the wall, actually. This is going to be one of the sets. This is also going to try and figure out a way to get more of it in the actual shot. We have a Fabrizio tweet here, do we? I don't see any tweet right now. Okay, we have a tweet, yes, from Fabrizio to do with Kepa. Real Madrid have now contacted Kepa's camp. Discussions are ongoing with player keen on the move. Kepa open to joining Real, even on loan. Bayern informed, as Pletty reported, Real are working to understand the final formula of the deal wanted by Chelsea. So I'm going to try and save this tweet as a picture and put it up on the screen for you lot, because that would look quite nice, I think, wouldn't it? At least I think it would anyway. All right, there's 500 of you currently connected to the stream. So welcome to those of you that are just joining. Big up the GBFC fam. We're going crazy at the moment with content. We have been all over the gaff with various different videos, stories. We're waiting. We're just patiently waiting for Caicedo and Lavia. Although I think we're not going to get both. If I'm being really honest, I made my first video today, which a lot of you guys have already seen. Made that video a couple of hours ago now. It's been up for like 5 hours. And I think since then, I think something would have happened with one of these deals by now. You know, we're nearly into the afternoon on the Saturday. So I just think something might have happened by now if that was going to be the case. Let me just get TweetDeck up. I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do. I know exactly how we're going to get all of these up-to-date screenshots onto the stream. Let me take this one first of all. Boom. It's a bit of a long-winded method because I'm using two devices. But we've got the MacBook connected to TweetDeck. And then we have breaking news. Caicedo just seen arriving at the AXA training centre. Look, you guys think I'm stupid? All right, there's nothing breaking about that news, about the fact that you've broken your keyboard typing it. And it was all for nothing, because it's all a lie. I can assure you. I know what's going on. I don't have insider gossip, but I do. All right? That's the truth of the matter. Christopher, my friend, has just entered the room. Hi, Chris, we're live.
I was trying to be dead silent.
Don't you worry. I've seen you coming from a mile away. But we're going to add... If this works, guys, then this is me being productive and proactive. I'm not very good normally with these technical things, but this is a screenshot that shows you what's going on right now with Kepa. And if you can see that on the stream, then we're laughing. Doesn't look like you can at the moment. Thank you, Ryan, for the donation. New Zealand dollar. Wow, you guys can actually see it. It actually works. We're in. We're rolling. So, Kepa, Real Madrid. Real Madrid working to understand the final formula of the deal wanted by Chelsea. Who's happy with this? I'm going to do a poll. Kepa to leave. Are you happy? And the more people that interact with the poll, the better for the stream, because then I really get to have a feeling about what you guys think about everything. Kepa to leave. Happy or not? And then we go poll. Boom. Okay, the poll is live. We're going to leave all of the polls live for about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what happens with progressions. I'm really hoping, you know, I've been pretty good with timings this week. Normally, when news breaks, when things happen, it's always at a time when I'm asleep. That tends to be the way. But this week, with this whole Caicedo, Chelsea, Liverpool saga, it's actually worked in my favour because things have happened late at night. And because I don't wake up at silly o'clock in the morning, I wake up at a good time for a normal human being. I get to see the news as I wake up, and it's all good. Moscow Calling is back again with another donation. You were also donating a lot last stream, so thank you very much for that. Hi, George. Thank you for your videos again. And your thoughts on Kepa wants to leave us one day before kickoff. Look, I think, to be quite honest with you, if Kepa gets an offer from Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, first of all, like, how have you actually managed to upgrade in terms of, like, I'm not saying like Real Madrid, Bayern are bigger and better than Chelsea. Maybe they are. That's a debate, right? But like, if you manage to do a really average job at Chelsea and then get Real Madrid wanting to sign you, like, what has he done to warrant that? Is the biggest thought I have for this. So the timing probably isn't ideal for Chelsea because we don't really want to be selling our number one goalkeeper one day before the first game of the season against Liverpool. But I think Sanchez would have probably started anyway. The moment these rumours came into fruition regarding Kepa, Bayern, Real Madrid, I think it was always going to be Sanchez who starts in goal. Ryan, thank you once again for the second donation. If we sell Kepa, it's Diogo Costa or bust. 63 million clause. Thank you, Harry Veal. Also, we happy just signing Caicedo and not Lavia too? I mean, look, if Chelsea sign Moises Caicedo from this point after the way this saga has gone on, I'm happy with just Caicedo. If we get Lavia as well, it is absolutely outrageous from Chelsea, the way that we had somehow managed to sort all of that out. And to get Romeo Lavia on top of Caicedo is Chelsea's midfield, potentially, as long as like these players don't want to leave, or like they're just not as good as we've spent the money on, which I don't think is going to be the case with either Enzo, Caicedo or Lavia. I just think it's just Chelsea's midfield is set for 10 years maybe. Like, I know that never really is the way it goes in football, but geez, like, those are some serious, serious players there. And all three of them have kind of got different elements to their game which make them such great players in their own right. So, yeah. I would say that Lavia isn't necessary, but at the same time, it would just be an incredible icing on the cake. And you've also got to remember, as much as I don't think Chelsea are trying to sign either Caicedo or Lavia to spite any rival teams, you've got to remember that if Chelsea have both Lavia and Caicedo also, Liverpool are still DM-less. Liverpool being DM-less, you guys have heard my thoughts. I think the DM is the most important player in a team in the Premier League in modern football right now in 2023. Going into this season, the DM is so key. So I just think maybe if Chelsea eliminate Liverpool's potential to have one of those, a good one, then we might have the upper hand over Liverpool throughout the whole of this season. Right, there's nearly 2,000 of you in the stream. Massive welcome to each and every one of you who have just joined. I don't know how long we're going to be live for. It's probably going to be at least an hour or so whilst I wait for my new TV to arrive to the studio so that I can watch football. Honestly, today the studio has gone up a level. You can see the GBFC neon. Thank you, John T. Hamilton. If Kepa leaves, should we sign Livakovic? Maybe. Decent keeper. Decent keeper. But yeah, the office has significantly upgraded today. So I'm absolutely buzzing about that. Getting verified. I want to be verified. Like, why YouTube creators or whatever it is, whoever it is, why am I not verified? Like, even if I comment on my own page, I still have to pin it because people think it's not me. It's ludicrous. What are my thoughts on Elise? I've spoken a bit about Elise in last night's news video, which was the second to last video on GBFC. I think Elise would be a fantastic signing for Chelsea. The issue with it is it doesn't really solve an issue that we have right now, which is we need someone to replace Christopher Nkunku. And Elise is also going to be out until January. No, Nkunku is out until January. Elise is out until October. So it doesn't really help us for the start of the season. And Chelsea need a good start. If you want to do anything in the Premier League these days, you need to have a really, really good start. So by October, sometimes you already know if you can possibly win the league or not. I'm just going through now, just seeing if there is any new updates regarding Caicedo, because eerily, okay, the big dogs and the two big dogs, or there's three big dogs actually in this saga for me. The secret scout has been magnificent. Fabrizio Romano, I think, has maybe even overtaken David Ornstein in terms of Chelsea reporting during this saga, because Fabrizio Romano has been on top of everything. And no one said anything, which I do find a bit odd. I do find that slightly peculiar. And sometimes no news is very good news. But sometimes also it can mean what it sounds like, which is that nothing's happening, which would be a bit of an issue. Because then where does he go? What happens? Like, I said it in the news video earlier today, which if you haven't seen it, go give it a watch, come back. I'm still going to be streaming, so you can do both. It's okay. I don't mind you leaving to watch one of my own videos. That's fine. But I said earlier that maybe Liverpool have another sting to add to this story. Maybe there's one more little twist and turn before we know what's going to happen. It's a good set, Chris, isn't it?
So what's the opinion?
What's the opinion right now for the poll?
What are people saying?
Well, on the poll, we've got over 1,000 votes and people are happy that Kepa's leaving.
Oh, no, I was talking about the set.
Oh, the set. Guys, can you please, just for Chris, give us an out of 10 rating for the set?
Come on, guys.
How does it look right now? Like, just say, if you don't like it, just give us a 1. If you do like it, give us a 10. And I want you to spam it, okay? This is the only time I'm not going to block you for spam commenting.
Nothing in between, 1 or a 10.
Yeah, it's a 1 or a 10, and if it's a 7, give your reasons why, all right?
We slaved over this.
We did. We have been sweating all day, and Chris even says I smell. 10 out of 10. We've had an 11 from Ryan. There's some solid high numbers here.
Get on, Ryan.
You got Aditya Singh, who's clearly not happy. He's got a 7 in there.
9.5 out of 10.
There's a few good numbers in there. There's a few 7s. What do we need, guys? What do you think it needs? We've got a few things. Can you pass me the skateboard a second?
Yeah.
I've got a Chelsea skateboard. Like, maybe this could go on the wall. Like, look, the Champions League winning skateboard is here. And then if you flip it, we can't really have that side anymore because Chelsea are not in the Champions League. Wait, yeah, it's there. This one.
Left and right.
Yeah. All right, the average consensus is that we're doing well here. People are happy. Cool. Yeah, there's still things to add. It's not perfect, but we've only been in for 10 days, so...
This is turning into QBC.
Yeah, could be. It could well be. Could be a bit brighter. Yeah, I think I need to turn the lights slightly towards my head a little bit. Do you mind? Sorry. Chris is not actually producer Chris, but he could be, if he wants to be. Because he does know what he's doing with the camera.
Facts.
Yeah, that actually does look a lot brighter. Like if I, yeah. I think it's good. It's good. All right. I love how I can do this now when I'm streaming. I'm not going to do it because you guys are going to get irritated. But you guys can see what we're talking about because I can get screenshots of things. So cool. Okay. I'm refreshing the Twitter. Don't know how many of you guys were spending the whole of yesterday, last night, just constantly refreshing feeds, looking for updates, looking for news. I know I was. All right, we're going to end the poll for the Kepa happiness poll. We're going to end it when we get to 1,500 votes. So if you're in here and you haven't voted, which I know some of you haven't, because otherwise there would be 2,132 votes right now, leave me a vote. 74% of you are happy. That is the consensus. But then what do we do? Let me go and say another poll, because in order for us to confirm that we're happy that Kepa's going to leave, surely every action must have a reaction. So we're going to establish that right now. The next poll is coming out now. Wait, I'm not even going to say it out loud. It's just going to get dropped in there for you lot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the second poll is live. You may open your eyes. In the words of Lawrence Benson. Okay. Arsenal team news is out. Kai Havertz starts for Arsenal. Saliba starts, and I told you, Gabriel doesn't start.
Oh,
No start for Gabriel.
damn it.
Somehow, Thomas Partey is still able to play football for Arsenal. We're not going to talk about it, because no point, but unbelievable. Let me just send James a little video of my... Okay. Let's see how this poll is going for some live commentary. Is Sanchez ready to be number one? 70% of you say yes. The thing is, like, imagine going into a game, right, as a club trying to win the Premier League, and 30% of your fan base don't think your goalie's good enough. That is not elite world-class goalkeeping. And we know elite world-class goalkeepers win Premier Leagues. Interesting. Interesting numbers, these. They're probably actually the most interesting numbers, because if it was 50-50, I could probably guess why it was so 50-50. And that's because, like, Sanchez isn't renowned as one of the top keepers. But then also, he was a good goalie. He is a good goalie. Tough one. 69% of you say yes. As the votes go higher, the numbers get more difficult to move. So, let me know your thoughts, your feelings, and everything like that. It's agony aunt today. So we'll keep Kepa up on the screen until we stop Keppering. Until we stop talking about Kepa. Also, just a little plug. I will be live tomorrow for Chelsea-Liverpool. And I don't know, depending on what the outcome is of the Caicedo deal, the Lavia deal, if something happens today, which at the moment, like I said, eerily quiet, maybe we do a bumper stream tomorrow. What is the other early game in the Premier League tomorrow? Let me look. The other early game is Brentford-Tottenham. To be fair, we could just stream that as well, because Brentford are going to beat them. So that could be like the comedic start before the serious business begins. Yeah, we might do that, you know. We might just do that. Because either way, even if the saga does wrap up or doesn't wrap up, it's still going to be a talking point, one way or another. Thank you, Moscow, for the donation. Funny message, but Dobby is free. Dobby. You mean Harry Kane, Dobby? Spurs on 8th place in the Premier League. Here we go. I think Spurs will do a very good job to finish 8th, if I'm being honest. I don't think they'll get that high. I think they'll be 9th or 10th. Liverpool need a CDM, they do. But maybe they don't get anyone that they want because maybe Chelsea get both. Like, how are we to find this out? We need some news. That's what we need. Mbappe, Neymar, Verratti are all out of Paris Saint-Germain's squad for tonight's game. Wow. My actions will speak for my decisions, says Luis Enrique, Paris Saint-Germain manager. I mean, at this point, he's got no choice. PSG have basically just surrendered to the fact that in one summer they could possibly lose the best front three ever in one go. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, all gone in one window. And Enrique's a top manager. He doesn't want to walk into a job in his first season and have to deal with losing all 3 of those players. So, potentially, we are going to see a completely different Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe they don't win the league this year, even with Enrique. Maybe they don't win the league. Money on Havertz to score. Oh, guys, I need to put some bets on. Like, I actually really do. And for whatever reason, the chat seems to have frozen for me. I don't know why that is. There's still a lot of you in here, and we haven't dropped any frames, I don't think, at all. We haven't. So why has the chat stopped? Let me see if I can fix that for a sec. No, the chat has just generally completely stopped. And I don't know why. Oh, no, it stopped on here as well. Like, did our internet drop? So confused. 1 second, guys. I just constantly refreshing feeds, looking for updates, looking for news. This is so odd. No, it stopped on here as well. Like, okay, I'm still live, so it's just right. Oh, the chat's back. Huh. All right. It wasn't my fault. Normally it's my fault. It's normally my own personal stupidity that makes these things crash or break, but it glitched. We're back. Glad to see you all back. Glad to see all of your comments again. Yeah, so PSG, like, we might as well not even bother talking about them, really. I know you're all here for Chelsea. You're all here for Caicedo. You're all here for Lavia. I'm here for it too. I actually really am. I should have gone home, had a shower, had some dinner with my missus, but I didn't. I stayed here, been sweating like a pig. My aircon is actually really good now, by the way, guys. Look at this cute little remote. It's lovely, isn't it? So diddy. Compared to the other one, it's just so nice. The other one is massive. Look at it. It's like Bigfoot's hand.
Quality content, guys.
This is it. This is what people subscribe for. This is what 2,304 people currently want to talk about. My AC remote. Wouldn't put it past them, to be fair. Okay, let's see where this poll's going. Nothing to see here. We popped out. Well, YouTube, you might have popped out, but we didn't. All right, so 1,400 votes. We'll wait for it to get to 1,500. If you are in the stream and you haven't yet voted on the poll, is Sanchez ready to be number 1? Get your votes in right about now. And the number is alarmingly close to the other numbers with Kepa. I'm trying to think, right? Like, okay, I know the next poll. We're going to keep things goalkeeper related here at the moment because as soon as there's any updates on the midfielders that everybody really cares about talking about, we'll be on it. So until that moment, we're going to keep things keeper related or Kepa related. See what I did there? Okay, we're nearly there. 1,500. It's creeping. It's a creep. We got it. 69% of you are happy with Sanchez and he's ready to be number 1. So, I mean, just block this guy for spamming the same comment. Guys, please, there's no need to spam the comments. I'm not going to read your spam comment, ever. I am a Korean fan who has supported Tottenham since 2009. I can't imagine this Kane. Thank you for the donation of the 5,000. I don't know what the Korean currency is. Chris, do you know what the Korean currency is?
One.
The one.
One.
Juan Mata.
Similar, but without
All right,
the J.
fair enough.
With a K.
Thank you for your donation. Okay. I mean, to me, these are the only two top keepers available. Which keeper would you want to replace Kepa? I'm going to give two options, and if you have a different option, just let me know in the chat. Because I think these two are by far the best two that would possibly be available to Chelsea if Kepa is indeed sold to Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. AP8180. I'm not going to read the comment out, but I am going to answer your question. Yes, it may already be done. Just saying. But it's a really good idea, right? I think it's a great idea. I think it's a cool piece of content that can sandwich between excitement pieces about signing or not signing players. Oh, yeah. You guys have totally reminded me of a couple of geezers here. You're absolutely right, you know. So the poll is, which keeper would you want to replace Kepa? Mike Maignan or Diogo Costa? 59% of you are saying Maignan. 42. Okay, this is getting close. And then what we're going to do like a little knockout competition. All right, this is WWE. It's like a round robin to commit for the world title. All right, we're going to start with this, and then the winner is going to play one of the best options that you guys put in the chat. This stream is all about you lot. What do you think? I'm seeing Livakovic, Donnarumma, David De Gea. These are interesting options, you know. Good goalies, but like De Gea. I've never, ever in my life been sold on David De Gea. Only when he plays against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge do I think David De Gea is world class. Because he is world class when he comes to Stamford Bridge. Undeniable fact. Every time he plays at the Bridge, David De Gea was absolutely sensational. Apart from when we won 4-0. But then Man United might as well have stayed in Manchester that day. Mamardashvili as well, I'm seeing. Good name. All right, 2,400 of you in the chat. Let's get those poll numbers up. Let's get as many of you voting as we possibly can. Kobel from Dortmund. I am not sold on this guy as a goalie. Sorry, I'm just not convinced by him. I think if Chelsea are going to spend money again on another goalie, you might as well just get like a top one by this point. But I think Sanchez could be good. Bono, another good one. All right, the votes are creeping up. We're nearly at 800. Keep voting. Mike Maignan or Diogo Costa. It's so close. But if you really like Diogo Costa, you've got to vote for him. Otherwise, he's getting knocked out of this imaginary competition that doesn't actually exist. But we're going to be here for it anyway, aren't we? That's the truth. The amount of people on Twitter who says I don't seem to sleep, it's not true. I think out of all of the Chelsea creators, I've managed to sleep the most because of the way that the news has fallen. Like, the news has been happening in the middle of the night in England. So for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, well, this is the up-to-date news. Well, let's make a video now, and then we can explore it more as the day goes on. Oh, I'm just waiting for Fabrizio Romano to tweet something. Like, why is it so quiet? The last update regards Chelsea and Caicedo from Fabrizio Romano was 10 hours ago for a deal that was supposedly... I'll tell you what, we're going to take the Kepa. We're going to take the Kepa picture away. We're going to take the Kepa picture away, and we're going to add a new one. We're going to talk about Caicedo now, because I know that's what you're all coming for. You don't want to be talking about goalies, do you? Let's be honest. We can leave that for the polls. we could be looking at the information 10 hours ago. Considering Chelsea were up all night negotiating the deal, what is taking so long for there to be any kind of breakthrough? The only thing I can think of is because of the way that this entire saga has pretty much gone global, I guess you could say, in the way that it's become like top trending worldwide news everywhere in the world, whether you're a football guy or you're not a football guy. It's actually flipping wild how big this story has gone. Maybe now Chelsea and Brighton are keeping everything under wraps because so far the over-dramatisation of it has made it like a flipping Hollywood TV show as opposed to football negotiations. All right, so the tweet is up from 10 hours ago. Crucial, final day ahead. Caicedo also tonight has been clear with Brighton as he was with Liverpool around lunchtime. He wants to be sold to Chelsea. Official bid to follow. Won't be less than £110 million. Bloody mental, I tell you. Redonkulous. 110 million for a 21-year-old from Ecuador. He was offered to Man United 3 years ago for 5 million.
It's basically Ecuador's GDP.
Basically, yeah. It pretty much is, to be fair. I don't know that for a fact, but absolutely mad.
I wonder if there's any Ecuadorians in the chat.
Yes, apologies from Chris to any Ecuadorians who might be offended by his comments on the financial state of the country. Look at the Arsenal lineup. Okay, I'll do that. Arsenal are going to absolutely destroy Forest today, aren't they? Let's be honest. Like, it's over. So Arsenal's lineup is Ramsdale, Partey, White, Saliba, Timber, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, and Nketiah, Martinelli. It's actually a good team. Like, you wanted me to look at Arsenal's lineup because it's bad? I think that's a good team. But Kai Havertz left centre mid. That is where a lot of people thought he would have thrived at Chelsea, but he never did. So is this destined to fail? A lot of pundits have given up on Havertz as well, which is mental to think about when everybody bigged him up so much not that long ago. "11 hours ago as well, Chelsea increasingly confident to get Caicedo deal done on Saturday after positive talks with Brighton." All we have heard for the last however many months is that there's positive talks happening with Brighton. Like, at some point, these guys have got to pull their finger out, all right? It's not about happy families, you know, saying kind, nice things to one another. We want the footballer at this point. Oh, so apparently the Real Madrid move for Kepa is a loan. We want him off the wage bill. Depends on how much of his wages they're going to pay. If Chelsea is still paying the majority of his wages, to me this just seems like a waste. All right, we're going to end that poll now. Mike Mignon is the one that you guys want. So we're going to do another poll. And we're going to see who do you prefer. We're going to keep it keeper related for now. Cheers, Christopher. I'll be interested to see where this one goes because Donnarumma, Italy's hero in the Euros final, much to all English people's dismay and heartbreak. So far, Mike Mignon is dominating that as well. Is he the guy that everybody wants? Sounds like he could be. One or two players or none? Are we asleep? I think we're going to sign someone. Like, there's no way after all of this Chelsea end up with neither Caicedo nor Lavia. Surely it's not possible for us to miss out on both of these targets. Maybe conspiracy theories now. Maybe everyone's just trying to give Fabrizio Romano some sleep. So no one's communicating anything right now. Maybe people are concerned for his health and his well-being. Don just had a lucky Euro. So you don't rate him then? Sounds like it to me. If you call a goalkeeper lucky for pretty much single-handedly winning a final for the country, then people don't like the guy. Oh, for goodness sake. I got the ping. Did you guys get the ping? Please tell me I'm not the only person who has Romano's notifications turned on. Like, of all of the things we wanted to hear about, we heard about a central midfielder, but it's bloody Fred. Here's Fred on his way to Turkey to join Fenerbahce. Might as well have talked about your next door neighbour John and the fact he went and bought a Fred-O this morning. That would be more interesting than that. No one cares about Fred, mate. Blimey, O'Reilly. He's just posted about Fred. Yep, I know. No bid accepted. Laughing your arse off. Well, bloody hell, mate. You're jumping the gun a little bit, aren't you? Like, the fact that no bid has been accepted also means that there's not a bid that's been rejected. All right? Positive outlook. It's the way we like to be here on GBFC. Everton have tried to spend 25 million quid on Wilfried Gnonto. Is that how you say his name? Gnonto? Maybe it's a silent G? I don't know. I remember when Chelsea were linked with this guy at one stage. Thank goodness we've upgraded our aspirations a little bit in the past few months. Now we're looking to break transfer records and not sign bloody Wilfried Gnonto from Leeds. Thoughts on Dybala as a replacement for Nkunku since he's injured? Well, this is an interesting one because Christopher Nkunku is out until January. So basically, we've bought in Nkunku and Jackson to score Chelsea more goals. And probably the one out of those two that we had the least worries about is now already injured for the whole of this year, this calendar year. So yes, surely, as soon as we lock these midfielders in and we know what the outcome is of these two deals, surely then all focus must be on bringing some goals into the team. We talked about Elise as well from Palace, but Elise is also injured till October. By October, you can be already out of a title race. You're firing up the barbecue ready for Chelsea burgers. Brutal, mate. What a brutal geezer. Like, is this an aggressive way of saying that you want to like burn Chelsea to death, or like have you genuinely made some Chelsea burgers? Tweet me a picture if you've genuinely got something that I really deserve to see, because that does sound very interesting to me. No news on the television yet, guys, which is good news for you lot if you're enjoying the stream, because we're going to be streaming until the TV comes, because then when the TV comes, we're going to be watching some footballs. But I'm going to probably have to install everything. So we could just stream, couldn't we? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
It's actually on the way.
Huh?
It's on the way.
Yeah. With a stand and everything.
No, never.
Yeah, I thought I'd go full hog today.
55?
No, 43. You didn't have any 55s. But I think it's too big anyway.
Where's it going to go?
I don't know. I have no idea, but all I know is I do need a TV, because otherwise I can't plug the thing in to watch the games.
You can get one of them brackets.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, I've got a stand for now, so I can move it around, so we can put it downstairs too to do FIFA nights. Oh, blimey. What a long day.
Those brackets are quite cheap. I've got one for downstairs.
Yeah, no, they're not expensive. Not expensive at all. Guys, we've got some breaking news. Just kidding.
Chris is leaving.
Are you actually leaving? Oh, we do actually have some news. Oh, what? I was joking, but we're not joking anymore. We're not joking anymore. We have sold Kepa to Real Madrid. This is why we're streaming, ladies and gentlemen. This is mega Chelsea news here. The most expensive goalkeeper in history is gone to Real Madrid. What has he done to deserve a move to the biggest club in the world? I don't know that answer. But what I will tell you is, he's gone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put the tweet up for you. so that you can see this, because this is a big move that will definitely have repercussions to what Chelsea do next in the transfer market. This is what we're here for. It's not even deadline day. Imagine if all of these sagas go on until deadline day. I think I might have to go on holiday for like a week before it, just so I can be mentally prepared for the lack of sleep that will absolutely entail. Okay, here we go. This is big news. Total agreement on personal terms between Real Madrid and Kepa. Going to keep an eye on any developments within this story now. This hasn't come from a top source or my top tier Chelsea sources as of yet. But Matteo Moretto, an Italian journalist, I think, potentially, or maybe Spanish. He's from Milan. Big following, and I've seen a few of his bits and pieces in the last couple of days regarding Chelsea stuff, particularly with Chalobah and Kepa. So to me, I feel as though this is one of those things that Chelsea would just want to get done. Anything that comes to players leaving will have a price that we want for them. If we get close to it, they'll probably go, so that all of our focus within the sporting directors, the owners, can simply be on sealing the deals of incoming players. All right, well, I'm glad we did those polls now, because we were right on cue for the question about who the bloody hell is going to be the number one. Who replaces Kepa? We're nearly 1,000 votes in, and Mike Maignan is dominating Donnarumma in this battle. The problem is he's just going to cost too much money, isn't he? Like, he's going to be very expensive indeed. Fascinating days at Chelsea Football Club. When is it ever dull? All right, we're nearly at 1,000 votes. I'll wait for it to hit 1,000. If you're not voted, bloody vote, please. Get it done. Wow, Real Madrid have a total agreement. What does this mean? Does a total agreement mean he's being sold? See you in a bit, bro. I'll see you later.
Cheers,
I'll lock up when I leave. Catch you in a bit. Mental. Maybe this means we're actually selling him. All right, Mike Magnan's the guy. Wow. The player has already agreed personal terms. That was never going to be an issue. Chelsea were never going to struggle to get Kepa, or Kepa was never going to struggle to agree personal terms with Real Madrid. Big, huge deal. Like, this is just one of those transfer windows where at the moment, everything is literally looking good for what we talked about for months and months about the players that should leave and the way that we should focus our attentions within this rebuild. So far, everything is going the way that we wanted it to go. So, I'm still waiting to hear from the Mandem about the TV delivery. It's not coming yet. He's still waiting for the stand from the supplier. Arsenal Forest starts in 45 minutes, so I'll probably watch that game. Stay on stream with you lot, if you want me to, that is. Come on, somebody give us some Caicedo information. Give me some updates, please. I think we need like one more light coming from like this side of my face. Potentially we need some more light up in this. We'll also have the stream borders and stuff tomorrow that are usually on there for a GBFC stream. Hazard or Dybala. I mean, like, there's no way. Eden Hazard is closer to retiring than even getting signed by a Premier League club, let alone Chelsea. Just imagine, though, if, like, he went on, like, a trial at Chelsea, Eden Hazard, and then just showed how great he was again, and we're like, yeah, all right, well, you can play for free. All right, cool, yeah, I'll do that. Should we talk about Harry Kane? Does anyone want to hear my thoughts on Harry Kane? Nah, do you know what? No, first of all, we're going to talk about Romelu Lukaku. I've seen a tweet here from my good friend Scott at Chelsea HQ. Chelsea striker Romelu Lukaku has been unfazed by fan protests and still wants to join Juventus as he continues to work on his fitness at Cobham. Like, this guy is off his bloody nut, isn't he? Like, Juventus fans literally stormed their pitch to just make sure the owners knew that they didn't want him at the club. Thank you, Bobo Sage, for the donation. What about James playing CDM? It's very possible. I actually, you know what? I would not mind seeing this tomorrow. This would just be another fascinating story. If Pochettino wants to try Reece James in CDM tomorrow with Malo Gusto at right back, because quite frankly, like, you can't really pick between the two. Gusto has looked fitter, stronger, healthier. So maybe we see that. I don't think we will. I think Gallagher will play. But also, I think Gallagher is very close to being sold. Because if Caicedo comes in and Lavia, I don't see any way for Conor Gallagher to want to stay at Chelsea. I think he'd want to stay and prove a point and try and get himself into the team somehow, but I just don't think it would work. Nothing will stop Chelsea getting to the top. I rate this attitude from you, Ogam. Gusto right DM. Don't know about that. Maybe. I've seen so many funny takes from people on the internet who don't watch Chelsea and know nothing about Gusto, who totally misread the kind of player he is. So funny. Okay, Robin Gosens has signed for Union Berlin. I remember when he was linked to Chelsea a couple of years ago. He's just gone to Union for 15 million euros. Fabrizio Romano is slowly starting to tweet a few more things here, which is interesting. Oh. Why would Madrid want Kepa and Courtois? Well, Thibaut Courtois is going to be out for the season. He has done his ACL. So that is, well, that's an injury that will definitely see a long time out and then a long rehabilitation period. I'll drive Kepa to the airport. You guys are bonkers. Absolutely bloody bonkers. Why has Caicedo's price gone up to 110 million? Well, that was Liverpool. Maybe, okay, here's another thing, right? Maybe this whole time, this is a conspiracy that I want to entertain slightly. Just going to block this guy on the channel for constantly spamming the same stuff. Don't spam comment, guys. It's not going to get you anywhere other than being hidden from the comment section. Liverpool bid 110 million for Caicedo, knowing damn well Caicedo was never going to accept it because he wanted Chelsea to boost the price of Caicedo because they were so worried that Chelsea could buy Caicedo and Lavia. So in the process of putting the price up to 110 million, now Chelsea shouldn't, in their eyes, be able to afford Lavia as well, which gives them a free hit at Lavia to try and drain every last saving out of Southampton so they don't have to spend 50 million. Does that make sense to you? Makes sense to me. There's so many conspiracy theories that we could create from this whole saga. There's so many. Absolutely bloody fascinating. Caicedo to Chelsea. I mean, like, I ain't seeing any updates anywhere. All right? I'm seeing nothing. You'll do nothing. Also, guys, some really cool personal news. This could be the first time that we hit 500,000 views in a 48-hour window on GBFC. Maybe this could be the time. If Kepa goes on loan, do we need to bring in another goalie? I'm trying to think here about, like, what some realistic goalkeeper targets could be. Because I think the ones that we really want, we wanted Onana, we wanted Mike Maignan, we pulled ourselves out of the Mike Maignan potential deal because he was too expensive. Now that we have got all of the attention on signing Caicedo and Lavia for massive, massive fees. Like, there's no way we re-enter the market for Mike Maignan. I don't think AC Milan would sell now either, because it gives them the window to replace him at a much smaller time. We loaned out Slanina. Yeah, well, that's the issue. Like, we loaned out Slanina, which basically means we got rid of 3 goalkeepers now in one transfer window. We sell Mendy to Saudi Arabia, which, by the way, is looking like a really good decision from Chelsea at the moment, because Mendy is not having the best start to life in Saudi Arabia. And secondly, Slanina going out on loan. Now Kepa looking like he's going on loan to Real Madrid. What does this mean to Chelsea's pursuit, or for Chelsea's pursuit, of yet another keeper? David De Gea for free, but De Gea's going to be on such a ludicrous amount of money. Like, you've got to remember as well, De Gea's wages will not be cheap. They will not be cheap. David De Gea for free. Yeah, but like, it's just not for free. Livakovic costs 12 million. Where is he playing at the moment? Let me have a look. Because Dominic Livakovic had such a great World Cup. And then he's just like, well, he's gone under my radar at least. Wait, he's actually just playing for Dynamo Zagreb. Currently, Celtic are interested in him. Sevilla, Al Nasser in Saudi, Fenerbahce. Like, is someone missing a trick here? He's only 28 years old, 6'3", relatively big goalie. Pickford or Henderson? I don't know. Do you know what? I've always liked Jordan Pickford, you know. I've always liked Jordan Pickford. But I just don't think I'd want him at Chelsea. I think Robert Sanchez is a better goalie than Jordan Pickford, personally. I think I get blinded by the Jordan Pickford that you sometimes see in big games and that we quite often see for England. But overall, that doesn't really tell us everything we need to know about him as a keeper. Guys, if you are in the stream and you haven't yet hit the like button, please do hit the like button. It gives us a little bit more leverage for people to be able to find us on the YouTube algorithm, as far as I've been led to believe for all these years. When will Chelsea bid? Mate, like, ask me once. Don't ask me a million times. Okay. Is there going to be a GBFC streaming moment? So the Real Madrid move for Kepa is a loan without a buy option. Thank you to those of you that have said you just like the stream. Bunch of legends. Ask me once, don't ask a million times. Imagine this guy talking to you like that in person. Well, the thing is, this is a live stream, and the only reason I tell people to not spam comments is so that I can interact with the chat properly and in a way that everybody can be involved, not just the guy sat copy and pasting the same question over and over again. Can never please everybody, can you? Some people just get this little, like, they just get agitated. It's funny. It's so unnecessary. Would get them folded. He's still going. This guy's still going. I find it so funny responding to people that just want you to react. I don't mind giving them what you want. I don't care. Tyler Adams, the deal is done. It's over. Not the kind of done that you're thinking. It's not done in the sense of like Chelsea have signed Tyler Adams. It fell through. The reason it fell through, we are led to believe, is because Chelsea's focus has heavily shifted to Caicedo and Romeo Lavia on separate deals. The good thing, actually, about Kepa signing for Real Madrid, you know, on loan, is that if he does really well at Real Madrid, there's a really good chance that we can get a lot of people in for him. If Kepa does well at Real Madrid, maybe Real Madrid actually want to buy him because there's no... I mean, at the moment, I think there's no option to buy. But it doesn't mean that if he does well, they wouldn't want to buy him, if that makes sense. Real Madrid, they'll be going a long way in the Champions League, most likely, although Thibaut Courtois was actually such a big reason why they've been so deep into the Champions League for the last few years. He's had massive, massive tournaments in Europe. So, yeah, I think Kepa going to Real Madrid is the best loan you can get, because it's not like he's going there to sit on the bench like he would at Chelsea. He's going there because Real Madrid's number one is out for the whole year. Thibaut Courtois has an ACL injury which will see him miss a very, very long time for Real Madrid. So Kepa will definitely get a lot of minutes at Real Madrid. Real Madrid. No. No guarantees that Courtois comes back. Yeah, that's the thing with an ACL injury. You can pretty much guarantee that you won't be playing football for this amount of time, but to even think that you can come back exactly the same fitness level, your body, the way your body will change as a result of having this kind of injury, which stops the levels of activity that you've been used to your whole life. There's absolutely no guarantees that Courtois comes back the same player. So, yeah, I think this is a good move for Chelsea and a good move for Kepa. I mean, it's an amazing move. Imagine you're Spanish and you sign for Real Madrid, having spent your whole career at Chelsea underwhelmingly performing. Or underperforming would be the easier way to say that without making a massive meal of it. Fabrizio Romano, this is an interesting one, but not that interesting because all of this story kind of died down a while ago. Real Sociedad are closing in on the final details of Arsene Zakarian deal. More than 4 clubs wanted him this summer, but Real are now very close. Details being agreed this weekend. Fee around 13 million plus add-ons performance related. Arsene Zakarian is one of the players that Chelsea were linked with a couple of transfer windows ago. He's Russian. He's a good technical player, very skillful. Real Sociedad plays some really nice football, actually. So this could be one of those moves where Real Sociedad sign him and then his value goes up significantly as a result of being part of a good footballing system at a really good club in La Liga. Big move for him. 13 million as well. Thank you, Moscow Calling, for the donation. Only you that don't understand why Chelsea should pay £110, but Caicedo don't want to join us. Why Brighton can't accept our bid before LFC joined the race. This is the thing, right? Brighton are imposing these deadlines. They're imposing all of these ideas that, right, you've got until the end of Friday to seal the deal. You've got until blah, 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 whatever. But the truth of the matter is transfer deadline day isn't for another 19, 20 days. 20 more days in the transfer window. So Brighton can keep hold of him for as long as they want. Brighton have absolutely zero intentions of allowing Caicedo to go to Chelsea for anything less than the top bid that they've already received, which was from Liverpool. So Chelsea's initial bid of 90 million, I think it was, and then there was maybe 100 million that was offered at the same time that Liverpool offered, the 110. So at this point, there's no reason for Brighton to lower their price. What a weirdo. See ya. Still no Caicedo updates. It's literally been 11 hours now since we have seen Fabrizio Romano or any top journalist giving anything other than the rehashing in different words of the same news. Love this stream, mate. You are excellent with your content. Thank you very much, Hussein. That is a genuinely heartwarming comment that I'm actually very happy to read. Thank you very much. Was Zakaria that much worse than Tyler Adams? Tyler Adams is not a bad player. So Dennis Zakaria also wasn't a bad player, but he got so unlucky because the moment he actually got into the side, as soon as he got into the team, he got injured. I think it was at Brentford. I think he came off injured. And then after that, there was just no way that he was going to get back in the team. And also, like, towards the end of Dennis Zakaria's time at Chelsea, like, what a horrible season to move to Chelsea on loan. Like, we were never going to sign him. Never going to sign him. It was 23 hours ago now also that Caicedo informed Liverpool that he only wants to join Chelsea. Either there is something really good happening behind the scenes here where Chelsea are trying to keep all of the latest movements with this deal under wraps, or like what's the hold up? You know, we wanted to get Caicedo coming out at Stamford Bridge tomorrow. Maybe this is all part of the big plan. Maybe Chelsea are keeping all of this hush-hush until tomorrow where we can walk Caicedo out at Stamford Bridge, and that will be the announcement in itself. Like, imagine how beautiful that would be. Imagine. Liverpool fan here who enjoys my content. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed one of the videos yesterday more than you enjoyed the other one. But still, thank you. Yes, the deal's payment structure will definitely be the current discussion for Chelsea. All right, so, he's just sent me a picture of the TV. Okay, like, looks pretty good to me. Nothing fancy. Okay, cool. Thank you again, Moscow Calling, for the next donation. Even if Liverpool pay for Caicedo, he don't want to play for them. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he doesn't want to play for Liverpool, but it's also why he's not going to play for Liverpool. But also, Brighton, they know what they're doing here. Possible to send now. And install to stand. Okay, guys, big news. Big news. The TV is on the way to the studio so that we can just literally have non-stop football playing in the background. Oh, I love working. Kudus instead of Elise. I mean, if we were to announce Caicedo at this game against Liverpool, it would break the flipping internet, wouldn't it? I don't think there would ever be a bigger noise at Stamford Bridge, to be fair. Especially then if we went on to win the game against Liverpool too. Like, imagine the scenes. Imagine. Yes, the TV to the GBFC studio is officially here. We go. I actually did a really good impression the other day by myself of Fabrizio Romano, but I'm gonna work on it and then I'll do it again another time. It was actually pretty good, to be fair. Love your passion, but your poor girlfriend. To be honest, at the moment, she's not getting as much attention. But I mean, football's football, you know, like, I don't hide anything. She knows I'm obsessed with Chelsea. She knows I'm obsessed with football. So unfortunately, if you're a part of my life, I can still love you, but I can still spend a lot more time watching football. It's just one of those non-negotiables in life. We've all got to establish what they are. And that is, for me. (2-0) Jackson double. 3-0 Jackson with a brace. Do you know what? Like, I love Nicholas Jackson. I think he has been such an amazing player. Okay, they've just said now the TV is going to come tomorrow now because the traffic apparently where I am is mental. So it wouldn't be here for like 2 hours, which means it'll be 9 p.m. at night. Okay, I accept that. I can watch football on my laptop tonight. No, I mean, I will, but I wanted to watch it on the TV in the office. But it's fine. Tomorrow will do. Dusan Vlahovic update. Chelsea have pretty much ruled themselves out of signing Dusan Vlahovic because I don't think they want to pay anywhere close to what Juventus are asking for. People will look at Chelsea and they will just absolutely try everything they possibly can to get Chelsea to overpay. They know that Chelsea spend a lot of money, so there's absolutely no need for Juventus to budge on their price because they know that probably Chelsea will eventually buckle. Okay, I'm just arranging this for tomorrow morning. What are we saying, guys? When are we going to get an update? What do you guys think? If you were to make a prediction, what do you think is going to be the time of any kind of update? You really like the GBFC light behind me. You know what? I'm very happy to hear that because I was so excited for this to come. It's just like The Office is all part of an idea that I've had to just up everything this season. We're going to have like multiple different sets here on the channel. We're going to have, thank you very much, the player Livakovic or Szczesny to replace Kepa. Interesting options. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, the idea behind this studio is to just upgrade everything. We're going to have a podcast setup to my left. So over there's going to be like a sofa with 2 microphones so that we can change the look of certain videos. And then also we're going to have an analysis board, which is going to be either a physical board that I move around and you can have like a whiteboard where I've got like pictures of the players on magnets and stuff. That's one idea that I've got. But then there's also like actually doing it more technologically, which I think could also work quite well. But yeah, I basically just want to do a lot more deep diving into stats, analytics to give a different element to the channel because I think I've been more focused on like the emotional reactionary side of being a football fan. And I want to expand upon that. Not get rid of anything that's already there, but just make it sound better, look better, and do more, basically. Maybe put background music. Oh, Brighton Bubble. You guys are telling me to check out Brighton Bubble, making you nervous. Well, this doesn't sound good to me. So I'm going to get the Brighton Bubbles information up. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know if this is real or not, okay? The source that they have quoted this from. Okay, I'm going to get this up on the screen because it's interesting because Brighton Bubble, your hub for Brighton coverage, transfer news and updates. I'm going to get this up on the screen. I'm going to discuss this because this is a talking point. Let's just quickly get this across to myself. So apparently, Moises Caicedo doesn't want Chelsea anymore, he wants Liverpool. I don't believe this for 1 second as of right now, but we are going to look into this. We're going to discuss it. We are going to see exactly what a guarnin. So, there we go. You guys can now see it on the screen. The Brighton bubble have officially said Moises Caicedo has slept on his decision and has decided he wants to join Liverpool and not Chelsea. I really don't know where this could have possibly come from. This is a journalist, an Ecuadorian sports correspondent. I am a representative of myself, guest contributor for Sport Build, DGS Sport, and Del Phil. I don't know what any of this is. But I don't really know if I believe this at all. And because the Caicedo story has gone quiet, maybe there is an element of this that is just like there are some people looking for clicks right now to maximize the fact that everyone is doing what we're doing here, which is just patiently waiting for news. And there isn't any. So as a result of that, people can create some kind of news. Someone has just tweeted me a great picture. Fabrizio Romano, I understand the TV has agreed to join GBFC Studios. Here we go. The TV will arrive tomorrow at the studio just in time for the Chelsea-Liverpool game. Love it, mate. Retweeted that one for you. That's cool. So, yeah, make of this what you will, but my honest personal opinion is this is not a good source. It's not a good source. There isn't a flood of, like, the way I see journalism, right? And again, this isn't me criticizing anybody individually or, you know, but I do see certain journalists as either being top tier, slightly lower than top tier, or then, you know, as you do, as you go down. And as much as it's easier for me, because I don't really have to do any journalistic work, I simply take what the journalists say and give my thoughts and opinions on it, but that's also the job I've chosen to do for myself. Not everybody can talk in front of a camera every single day. So, you know, it makes sense, but there is just some times within football journalism that I just see really, really poor attempts of trying to get things out there. I'm not saying that this is, maybe it's true. Maybe if he ends up going to Liverpool, it will come back to this Ecuadorian source and it'll be true. But I just don't think it will be. I really don't think it will be. I think Moises Caicedo is going to Chelsea, but Chelsea are taking their sweet time to negotiate the best possible deal in terms of how we structure the payment. I'm looking at Fabrizio, guys. There's not been anything since the Kieran Tierney news about Real Sociedad. I see that England are now losing 1-0 in the Women's World Cup against Colombia. Not good. Come on, England. They're followed by Fabrizio Romano. Really? Well, I mean, the Brighton bubble probably are followed by Fabrizio Romano, but it doesn't mean that the journalist or the journalism behind that tweet that means nothing. GBFC FPL League. You know what? To be quite honest, this year I know this is such a stupid reason for me not to do an FPL League, but I actually want to pay attention to FPL this year for my own sake, because I've actually entered a league where I've actually put some money in with a big group of people. So I actually want to focus on FPL, and I spent so much time working on my team this year that I totally forgot about doing a league. I'll show you my team. If you guys want to see it, I'll show you my team. I'm going to get it up now. I think my team's actually pretty good, but it's not really, I know that everyone looks at your FPL team and they're like, oh, do this, do that, it's stupid. I'm learning. This is the first year ever that I've taken it even semi-seriously. So allow me, okay? I'm going to upload the file for you guys to see now. and let me know what you think of my FPL team in the chat, if you so wish to do so. I'm going to get rid of that one, and we are going to add this. Wow, that's a huge image. Wait. Boom. Let me make it a bit bigger, and then I'll move over here so you guys can see. This is my FPL team. And as you can see, we have got Dubravka and Onana as my goalkeepers. Saliba, Lamptey, Chilwell, James, John Stones, who, yes, I had John Stones starting yesterday in my FPL team. Saka, Mbeumo, Mitoma, Foden, Rashford, Pedro, Jackson, Haaland. There's a very weird noise going on outside my office right now. I don't know what it is. Let me have a look outside. Super odd. I think it's just someone trying to like sell some food or something. Onana is risky. It is risky, but I just do think Man United will keep a fair few clean sheets. In my humble opinion, but yeah, that's my FPL team. I'm going to put that off now. We are going to wait and see if there is any more news. Come on, give us some updates, Fab. The thing is, maybe the fact that there's actually so much football on right now, today. Brighton are playing today, aren't they? Like, Brighton are playing Luton? Like, maybe Brighton are just like, you know what, you can flip and wait, Chelsea. We're not going to be negotiating with you today because our club have a home match and we got stuff to do, okay? It's actually funny, I've just gone back to TweetDeck and I've seen that from an account I follow called The Score 01. I think it's actually a really great point here. Brighton have a home game today, their first game of the season. They might be busy with their match day stuff today and want to wait until after the match for things to be announced. Not the best idea to break Caicedo news just before the first game of the season at home. This is actually a very logical reason why we might have heard absolutely nothing so far today in this Caicedo saga. And that's because Brighton want to keep the focus, as De Zerbi has made very clear from the way that he's been speaking in his press conference before their game against Luton. Brighton want to focus on the football. He doesn't want to talk about Moises Caicedo anymore because he's forgotten about him. So at this point, it would make sense that it's actually a perfect time for things to go quiet based on that, so that once the Brighton game is finished and all of the focus is now off of the football again, Brighton know they can't keep it under wraps forever. So once their game is done today, maybe then will we see some updates regarding Caicedo to Chelsea. He doesn't want Liverpool. I know. Look, we all know that Caicedo wants to be at Chelsea Football Club. I'm not reading into the tweets that we just put up on the stream a couple of seconds ago anymore because I just think it's a load of rubbish. It's farcical. Chelsea bidding 115 million. Where are you sourcing this information? News on Lavia. Do we have news on Lavia? I'm looking around. I don't see any updates at the moment. What is that next Chelsea bid going to be? That is the question. Arsenal's game has been delayed due to an issue with their digital ticketing system. What an absolute shambles. Guys, I've just remembered, right? I've got a video to go live. And what I want you guys to do, because I'm going to go and eat, and then I might come back and do another stream later on today, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this video live for you lot right now. It is going live right now at the end of this GBFC live stream. It's now live. The video is live. I'm going to go and have some food, and I'm going to come back and watch a bit of football, probably do another stream. But until then, keep an eye on the channel. It has just gone live right now. Chelsea-Liverpool preview. It's a big one. It's exciting. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream. We've been live for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to do more of these because they're just so enjoyable. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in a bit.